Hi there. It's me, Webweaver, and welcome back to World of Horror. So, I got a legendary debate that just happened, like, right now. So, I was loading up Steam, and I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to play some World of Horror. And then I have a large Steam library, not trying to brag, but it's important for the debate. And so, it's faster for me to go into the search bar and type it's faster for me to type world than it is for me to actually we're gonna do Aiko. I want to play Aiko. I'm feeling like some Aiko, but it's faster for me to type world for then to just scroll down, and I even have World of Horror in my favorites, so I still have to scroll down a lot. I should probably take games out of my favorites so World of Horror is just there and I can click on it, but I type world, and in like the corner of my eye, I see the blue text saying update queued, and I see world update queued, and I'm like, oh my god. It turns out it was the Outer Worlds, and the dead giveaway was that the title wasn't in caps, and there was an S at the end of worlds. So I felt a little silly, and I just wanted to share that with you. I think we'll do medical. Let's do the classic medical history Kathakatasaru, and then we haven't done all perk cards in a while, so let's do it. But I was like, for a very brief moment before reading comprehension kicked in, I was like, oh my god, Christmas has come early. Now, Aiko, without Aiko's perks, is still pretty great. I mean, 7 strength, 8 dexterity, 7 perception. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Like, yeah, your knowledge is below average and your charisma is average, but charisma sucks. And usually, when you're playing Aiko, the thing you gotta deal with, right? The thing you gotta deal with when you're playing Aiko is that you normally have well, not a guarantee, mind you, but like a strong chance that you're gonna pick up Fast Swimmer at some point. And so, what that basically means is that you can kind of like, even if you get like a knowledge weapon, like 5 knowledge with Fast Swimmer is gonna be better than 7 strength and no Fast Swimmer. Or, I mean, I dare say, depending on what weapon, it might even be better than 8 dexterity without Fast Swimmer. But because we're using all perks, there is no guarantee that we're going to get adrenaline. Of course, it could also mean that Aiko could become so powerful that she gets adrenaline and core strength, but that's a frightening reality that, I mean, Kathakatasaru probably doesn't want to think about because it's very scary and it keeps it up at night. With that being said, I mean, there was a run where we got all 3 of the speed boosts, right? We got deft handling, we got adrenaline, and we got Fast Swimmer, which was pretty disgusting. I don't think we had a gun, though. But, yeah, no. There was an episode where we got adrenaline on Moriko. It was a bad time to be an Eldritch God, let me tell you what. Thankfully, I'm not one. So I wasn't having a bad time. I was having quite a good time, actually. But, yeah, we're just vibing. So let's see what we got here. We got mermaids. Beautiful that we have all those endings, A, B, C, D, E. My face when there's an F. Press F to pay respects for Lonely Fishman when he gets dumped by Kana. Let's see. So we got School Scissors, which is actually, like, good to do early because we're Timeline B. And then we've got Sailors, which is the Burning Coast. We got Coma. We're probably going to start with Bulletin. Get that out of the way as quickly as possible. And then we can probably just, snowball the game from there. I mean, you're telling me that we get Ghost Ritual early. We're going to be all right. Now, the question is, do I want to get a heavy-duty flashlight, or do I want to get, like, a steak knife or something? I think I actually do want to get a heavy-duty flashlight. Let me just look at my check thing real quick. We got strength and charisma. And so it's kind of like you don't really need 8 knowledge. That's kind of unnecessary, but it would be fun though, right? And so it's just kind of like, do you dab on the game? And I don't think that I want to dab on. Well, it's a good weapon. I think we'll, yeah, let's get it. Once we get whatchamacallit, Jar of Blood, we'll go back and we'll get the compass. Although, you know, 9% Doom right off the bat, not the best thing in the world. Unfortunate that we failed a strength check immediately as a character that starts with, I suppose, what would be on... If you're debuffed by Harbinger of Doom, I suppose it would be like 5 strength, but, you know. Katana would be fun. That would, well, that ain't the katana, let me tell you what. That's definitely not the katana. We will give up, and we will... I think what we'll do is we can actually bandage the frostbite, can't we? Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll just keep on keeping on. But, you know, I don't think... I don't know if I've talked about it on a video yet. I might have brought it up in a live stream, but I think that might have been Joey's live stream. I can't quite remember. But I'm kind of... Actually, I don't even remember if I told it to Joey either. I can't remember, but that's besides the point. At some point in the future, like 4 or 5 months from now, I'm going to be let's see. What would the acronym be? AFB? No, AFD. Why did I say B? I guess they sound similar. AFB, AFD. I'm gonna be AFD, away from desktop. And if AFD is like some horrible acronym and it's like, Web, no, you don't know what you're doing, Web. Web, stop. Videos taken seconds before disaster, comments written post-disaster. Whenever your comment was left, I suppose. But, I think we'll probably do nothing here, just take the -1. We're on bulletin, so we can go here perfectly fine. But yeah, I'm gonna be away from desktop for a bit. And I still would like to... We could die here, by the way. I didn't think of that, which is why it's awesome that Father Yasugi came in clutch there. But I'm going to be away from my desktop for a while. And... Oh, no. What have I done? Yes, I like it, and then we got to remember the note from humanity. But, I'd still like to, obviously, record and upload videos. Because that would be, you know, cool. And I would like to not miss... If I could not miss a World of Horror episode this year, that'd be pretty... That'd be pretty, as the kids would say, pog. So I've been looking into laptops, because I have an old laptop, right? It's actually updating right now, and I can hear it whirring in the background, so I hope you can't, because that would be a little bit awkward. But... It's like one of those, their old HP laptops, and it's not very good. I ran a test with it probably like a month ago. A couple months ago? Like a month and a half ago sounds right. But I ran a test with it, and we're gonna do another. I wanted to do School Scissors, but we never got the compass, so I think we'll go ahead and do like Coma or something. We could do Mermaids. But no, we can't do Mermaids. We need to do Sailors last, so it needs to be Curious Coma, which we just have second mystery. So what we have to do is, we got a really good line here, is it's got to be Curious Coma, School Scissors, Mermaids, and then Sailors. Alternatively, if we get so injured in Curious Coma that we can't do Scissors without dying, we could instead either do, if we have enough items, then we can do sailors, and if we're healthy enough, then we can do mermaids. But we can't do mermaids last, because we don't want to go into the... Actually, do we care about... We can't... We need to do school scissors, because we can't afford to get burned and then end up in school, because that would probably... Getting burned and then going into school is probably, like, one of the worst things that you could do. Dude, you got roasted on social media. You can't show up at school. That'd be cringe, bro. Don't worry. I won't say that again. But nah, for real, it's like... For real? I have, like, an old HP laptop, and it looks... I mean... It's not... I like it aesthetically. You know, it's got like a black and red thing going on. Oof. It's got a black and red thing going on, so it looks pretty cool. But it's... I did like a test recording a couple months back, and it didn't go well at all. And so basically, how are we gonna fight this? I really hate this enemy. So I think we brace for impact and then desperation our next turn. That's pretty good. But it's like, what do you want to do? She goes down to 13, potentially 14 if she heals. And then, you know, we desperation and then just hope that this hits. We can do it like 3 times. Like an 80% and a 70%. I don't like that at all. You're gonna hate me for this. You're gonna really hate me for that one, but guess what I just did? We're gonna use the Dust of Seeing to get through this fight easily. Because she's gonna go up to 14, and then this is gonna do 6. Oh no, we still do have to rely on a chance. Oh my god! You can't be serious. We missed a 95% chance. And you wanted me to take a freaking... You wanted me to take a freaking 70... Wait, what was it gonna be? We were at 60? Yeah, it would have been an 80% and a 60% chance. Oh my god. There's no way, dude. There's no way. That's pain. Can we get, Yo, this is a book, by the way. We're gonna throw that in our back pocket for later. I was gonna say, can we get first aid, but I'll take deduction. Let us get through these perks, cycle through them as quickly as possible. But with that being said, what are we gonna do? Man, this is the one time we didn't get library notes at the start. You know what I mean? Oh, the pain. And then, of course, this is an enemy that you typically want to use. Oh wait, no, we can just guarantee kill him. He's taking 12 damage. It just works. But yeah, I tried to do a test recording, and it worked with World of Horror, but I had to lower the... Like, here's the thing. I had to lower the bitrate that I recorded on. It couldn't handle the bitrate that I normally record on, which I think is, like, 8,000, 9,000, which is not that much, by the way. Like, I don't think I can check without turning OBS off, but it's, like, I think it's, like... Target is like 9,000 and max is like 14,000, which for like higher quality videos you want to do like 12,000 to 20,000, at least from like the vague reading that I've done. But you know, it works for me. The videos look good. I can't personally complain about how the videos have been turning out, especially like World of Horror. Like World of Horror looks fine. And that's why, like, it's perfectly okay for me to, like, lower the quality on World of Horror, because I highly doubt that after YouTube compression, nobody's gonna notice. Oh my god. Like, yes, it's 7, but still, that's... pain. Oh, we're gonna be in a world of hurt if we go through there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rest a couple of times. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rest a couple of times. Actually, we're gonna rest 3 times, never mind. And then we're not gonna be able to do school scissors. which is very painful because we're gonna be at 4 reason, which is disgusting. Okay, so this is unfortunately not Doll Nurse, or we'd be very happy with our lives right now. Let's see, we can do... I think what I'd rather do is this, because she takes 10 damage, she goes to 6, we kill her next turn. That's perfectly fine. It's like, it's a tax of like, hey, you lose 2 stamina before you get there, but we're gonna level up because of, we're gonna level up because of deduction. Like, look at this. That's beautiful. Oh, roads are closed, huh? That's a little spooky. Except it's not, because I'm pretty sure we already did the roads closed. Oh my god. Oh, I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet. What I say comes true. You should, I should, if I knew how to give lottery numbers, I would. But I don't, so you're gonna have to do without... You're gonna have to do without the next Powerball or whatever it's called. But let's see here. Like, out of all the perks, we literally just get adrenaline and core strength. That's hilarious. But all right, so let's with adrenaline, I don't really care about our knowledge stat anymore. I want to put my money where my mouth is. So here we go. We're gonna just, I almost clicked out of the window and then thought that I filled up the water, and then I almost clicked reason and we would have lost out on 1 stamina, which would have been a little bit unfortunate with how close it's come to the wire. But let's do it. Let's go to the freaking school scissors place. I'm excited. Remember, this is timeline B, so we have to be a little bit more careful with what we're doing here, specifically in concerns to the Friend's Diary. We need to make sure that it's a clap and a... Okay, so I'll just clap, bow, and then we'll see what we get later. But, yeah, so anyways, I was looking for... I was looking for laptops to cut the story a little bit short, because I don't think I finished it. It's like, yeah, I could record World of Horror, but I'm gonna be away from my desktop for a while. And, you know, it's like, in that time frame, I want to be able to record other games, because there are other games that are coming out that are like, yo, that sounds cool and I want to play it. And so... I don't really want to get into the, you know, I mean, listen, all we're doing these days is World of Horror, so it wouldn't be a huge deal, but I am looking into potentially a new laptop. I'm not going to get rid of the old one, because it's like, it's tableside YouTube and Google searching, or, well, listen, I say Google searching because it's the terminology that everybody understands, but all my homies use DuckDuckGo. But that's neither here nor there. You didn't subscribe for DuckDuckGo propaganda, did you? I mean, if you did, I can give it. I can do more DuckDuckGo propaganda. Don't worry about that. But I don't think you did, so we're gonna stop there. But no, it's like it's convenient to have a laptop. It's just that the laptop that I currently have isn't really good enough for like video recording, and I definitely couldn't stream. I think I could stream. If I got a new laptop, then I definitely could stream, which would be a good thing, because I want to keep up the weekend live streams and all that. But this doesn't matter, remember, but we'll do it anyways, because it's fun. This is literally just the first click for both of them to get it right. It literally doesn't matter, because we're on timeline B, but hey, it's fun either way. But no, it's... and so at first I was looking at gaming laptops, right? Because I was thinking to myself that if you have a gaming laptop that can play like Cyberpunk 2077, it's just a random example, right? That means that you could record and play like, you could stream Fallout New Vegas, or you could record, you know, I'm gonna give you the alt tab here. I honestly am. I have a list. I think it's written down on my phone, so I didn't need to give you an alt tab. And so I'm just gonna send this while I can. And I'm gonna pay attention to this, don't worry. But, let's see. So we got, a bow, and a clap. Okay, so 1 clap on the left side, 3 bows in the middle, 1 clap on the right side. It's just that easy. But, here, I think I have it written down on my phone. So, admittedly, some of these, could probably be done on my original laptop, but something like, you know, like, a Little Nightmares 2 might be pushing it, because that is a newer game, and, well, actually, hold on, let's look at the system requirements for Little Nightmares 2. Thank you, Steam, for having video play on mute by default. I really appreciate it. But, let's see. Yeah, so they want, at minimum, 4 gigabytes of RAM, which, with OBS running, is gonna be a little bit of a problem, right? But, you know, other things, like, man, I'm really out of touch with games. It's like, if you, if you asked me, okay, oh, Jesus. If you asked me about, oh, jeez. If you asked me about, like, what new game is coming out that's cool and hip and with it, I would just tell you Cyberpunk 2077, because everybody's heard of that one. But if you're like, hey man, any new indie games coming up, I'd be like, or are there any cool indie games that are out that are worth checking out? I'll be like, Loop Hero, Loop Hero, World of Horror. Admittedly, Loop Hero did go mainstream. But, you know, it's like Helix, Loop Hero, World of Horror, Little Nightmares. That new Joseph Ferris game, It Takes Two. Very excited about that. You know, Risk of Rain 2, update, March. RimWorld, you know, I could, like, hey, Web, any new games coming out that you're interested in? Toho! New Toho! They have, Sakuya has rainbow knives. They look really cool. But, oh man, this is very tough, actually. I think that, I mean, honestly, both of Core Strength and On Your Own are fantastic. I think we'll go with Core Strength just because it's the meme from earlier. But no, that is genuinely funny. That it's like, oh, you know, what are we gonna get? Aiko with... picking random could mean that Aiko gets Adrenaline and Core Strength. And then it's just like, Aiko gets Adrenaline and Core Strength, the video. Still only 1 book, unfortunately, and no glistening water, which is very unfortunate. So we'll just head on down to Mermaid Town, and we'll be all right. Now, we would like to get through this mystery as quickly as possible, because I don't want to deal with the fact that we have low stats and stuff. You love to see that. We also should have, you know, taken the monument and used it maybe once. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful. Must not pet, but it is a good boy. Is a very good boy. Oh, well, okay. That's. I'm a little bit upset, but we've missed 2 95% in this video so far. I'm keeping track. We could die, but who dares wins. Mainly because it's unlikely. Now that just sucks. Now this, we're guaranteed not to die, because we know it's -1, -1. But now we have a conundrum. So we go to the tree, and we get money. And then we go to the tree again, and we get more money. It must be my birthday, because now I can afford medicine. That's exactly what we were looking for. You love to see it. And then we're back. We're in the game. We're back. And we've made significant progress on the mystery. Now, as far as exposed ribs go and all this other stuff, who cares, right? Like, as long as we don't get vital clued, we're probably fine. But considering that most of the things that I've said in this video have come true, I'm a little bit worried about my ability to state things. I would love to get a B slot for free, and the Kendo helmet is topical for what we're about to do. So, here's the deal, right? We are probably not gonna fight him, but it would be fun though, right? Now, almost 40 HP. I'm gonna give him the Arc Knight and just do that. Hashtag burn it all down. Get me out of this immediately. And we're out of this. So store is closed. That's my muscle memory to select a cult store and monument. But I am like slightly concerned with what's happening here. No compass game, by the way, as well. Like, Koichi's deduction has really been pulling its weight, which is really nice. But, so, I was looking at gaming laptops, right? And they're expensive. Like, and the thing is, some of the time, you're paying for, like, branding over, like, everything else, which is insane to me. Because I was looking at... So I was reading reviews for something called the Zephyrus G14. It's about $1,300, and it looks, like, pretty great. Like, apparently the AMD CPU in that beast is so good, right? And, you know, it's, I'm aiming for cheaper than that, because that's a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, that's a lot. But, you know, it's got, like, a beast of a CPU in there. It's got a god tier, like, it's got an innovative god tier AMD CPU that, like, changed the game when it came out. And it's, like, a stupidly good laptop that it would be perfect, right? And then I see this MSI laptop that has a cool, it has a cool color paint scheme, right? It's very vibrant, very colorful, very cool. And I'm like, huh, that actually looks pretty neat. I wonder, and it's the same price on Newegg US anyways. And so I'm thinking to myself, huh, this one is a lot more aesthetically pleasing. I like it a lot more. MSI is the manufacturer of my motherboard. So, you know, maybe, I don't think I have a single Asus part in my machine. Oh, no. Anyways, I don't think I have a single Asus part in my machine, right? And so I'm just thinking to myself that, I'm thinking to myself that, I have good vibes from MSI, which is apparently not something that you should probably admit to, because MSI are like evil villains. But, you know, I haven't had a bad experience with an MSI product yet, so I'm like, hey, you know, maybe I'll go with this MSI laptop. It's a little, I said it was the same price. It's a little cheaper, and it looks awesome. It looks way better than the Zephyrus, at least in my personal unbiased opinion of my own biased view on aesthetics. And so I look at the laptop, and it's a little bit cheaper, all right? And so I look at the laptop specs, and it's like, oh, it's garbage. It's so bad. Like, it's so completely atrociously bad that, like, it was using, like, the Zephyrus that's using that super-powered AMD CPU is looking like, you know, that's a great CPU, okay? And the MSI laptop has, like, an Intel i5, like, and I was just like, wait, what? An Intel i5 for that much money? That's insane. And it's like, oh my god. And this, and then what was even more insulting about the MSI laptop, that, like, yeah, it looks awesome, and I love how it looks, but it's on sale too. And so, it would be more expensive than the Zephyrus, or maybe it would be the same price, I don't know. And it's got an Intel i5, and, like, I actually want to read it to you. I think I have Newegg up right now. Right now I'm looking at workstation, mobile workstations, the tab. And by the way, if you go onto Newegg and you go to mobile workstations, which is annoying, by the way, because you have to go to home, computer systems, mobile workstations, and then mobile workstations, because Newegg hates you. Once you get there and you, like, start looking at mobile workstation laptops, it's all MSI. Like, literally everything on the first page is MSI, except, like, the random, like, one egg Asus Pro art. But no, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm just looking at this right now, and it's like MSI, 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 Asus, MSI, MSI, Dell, and then it's just like MSI ad infinitum. But let me. Oh wait, no. Okay, I'm sorry. It's actually an Intel i7, but it's a 1.8 gigahertz, and it only has 512 gigabytes of memory, and it's got a 1650 in it, and the Zephyrus that I'm looking at, this has a 2060 in it. So it's like, do you want to, oh my god, do you want to pay, okay, I'm looking at it right now. It really is absurd. Like, yeah, it looks awesome, the MSI laptop, but you're getting 1 terabyte of storage with the Zephyrus. You're getting the Ryzen 9 4900. You're getting a 2060. And you're getting 16 gigabytes of RAM, which, actually, hold on. What is it's DDR4 RAM, too. The MSI laptop I'm looking at is DDR3, and it has a 1650 compared to, oh, man. Like, yeah, it do be looking cool, though, but it's definitely not worth it. And I'm like, Jesus. I liked it when I was just shopping for, like, a cheap laptop to have at, like, the bedside. And, you know, preferably with, like, a wide screen. Like, when I originally bought my old HP laptop, it was just the widest screen that I can get, and I was happy with that. But now it's like, oh, well, you know, this thing can barely run OBS, and it, like, overheats, and it has to be plugged in, because if it's not plugged in, then it can't run OBS, because it can't do full performance mode unless it's fully plugged in. And it's like, oh, well, you know, I need to do, you know, and it can only really record World of Horror. Anything that's more demanding than a MS Paint indie game causes the machine to become unstable and overheat. And I mean, it's overheating with World of Horror and OBS. Like, it can play World of Horror fine. It's just that recording at good settings is, like, not something that it can do. And so the only reason I could get away with it for World of Horror is because, hold on a second, so we're failing Strength and Charisma, and we do have a light source. We're just taking 3-3. Yeah, we're just taking 3-3. So we should be good to go there. I actually completely forgot the second mystery, by the way, but it doesn't matter. Like, we'll kill Takahashi in time. But no, and we also have Desperation first turn against Takahashi, which should absolutely annihilate him. But no, it's like, you know, wanting to, like, record anything else that isn't World of Horror, that's gonna, you know, that needs an upgrade. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should get, like, a gaming laptop. And it's like, no, they're way too expensive. And it's like, okay, maybe I should get a mobile workstation so that it, you know, plays nicely with Adobe. No. No, they're like double the price of that. And so I'm gonna keep looking, but it was Coma, right? Yeah, let's go. I was correct. But no, I am very. Oh man, what are we gonna take? Are we gonna take Hot Bath to rest at home in the lighthouse? Or are we gonna take Occult Signs for that sweet EXP bonus and also Doom increase? I see you, Yellowzath, you out there. And then, of course, Ammo Stash for Aiko's definitely real gun that she definitely owns. Oh, alright. And then the final thing is Light Source, so it literally doesn't matter what we take here. We can just meme luck. We've already won, it doesn't matter. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get back to hunting for a laptop that can run OBS. And I mean, here's the thing, if it's like painfully slow with Adobe Premiere, and like the only thing that the laptop can run is like, it's like 90% or like 99% when it's rendering in Adobe Premiere, that's fine. Like, when I'm gonna be away from desktop, I'm not gonna be on my laptop anyways, because, you know, I'm gonna be busy, and so it'll basically just be like, record World of Horror when I can, record something else if I have the time, set those things to render, and then just leave it alone for probably most of the day. So, you know, it'll be, I'm looking forward to being away from desktop for a bit, but, you know, whether it's rain or shine, World of Horror will be dropping at 11:45 Central Standard Time, AM. That is my commitment to you. So I'm gonna go back to looking at laptops. Like, I might see if I can nab that G14, but I don't know. Like, here's the thing, is that you can't, when you don't, like, I'm only gonna need it, well, okay, it's something that I need, but it's not something that I'm gonna get a lot of personal use out of, if that makes sense. Like, the reason why I'm buying it is so that I can continue to make videos. And so I'm thinking to myself, well, it's like, what videos do I like to record? Is like World of Horror and like Garfield Kart. Like, what's the most intensive thing I've recorded? Is probably Dead by Daylight, which is a potato game. And so, expensive performance-wise, I should say. And so I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm going to my channel, you're gonna hear some double audio, maybe, hopefully not. But like, what do we got here, right? We got World of Horror, Fallout New Vegas, which, where I'm going, won't have to run at 4K. So, because most laptops run at just 1920 by 1080p anyways, so it's like, who cares about the 4 gigabyte patcher? But, you know, it's like Fallout New Vegas, Kawaii-don is a literal PS2 game. That, like probably Little Nightmares, and maybe Noida, depending on how accurate the simulation is supposed to be. I'm actually curious about that. If we go on over to Noida, and then we go over to the store page right over here, and then we scroll on down to system requirements. Like, if it's CPU, it could be CPU intensive. Oh my god. Okay. The processor, the more cores, the better. Okay. Alright. I get it. I understand. So maybe Noida is the most, Noida's the most intensive thing that I've probably played on the channel. I cannot believe. Like, I love it because it's making me laugh, but I think it's amazing that system requirements can just be the more cores, the better. That's great. Like, minimum is a dual-core Intel i5 or better. Admittedly, yes, it's good that the minimum requirements aren't a meme, but that's just beautiful. The more cores, the better. Alright, I'll keep that in mind when I'm looking for a laptop. Alright. I'll talk to you all later. Thank you so much for watching. A little bit of a different episode, but it was fun nonetheless. I hope you're all I hope you're all staying safe out there. I'll see you on the next episode of World of Horror. Thank you. Goodbye.